The man passed out on the battlefield, only to wake up and find himself trapped in a strange, magical room. Just a moment ago, he had been in the middle of a fight. He couldn't believe his eyes as he looked around, but the gunshot wound on his waist reminded him that this wasn't a dream. He shouted for help, but no one responded. The stone room had no visible exit. He tried using his radio to call for rescue, but words suddenly appeared on the wall, telling him to abandon all hope. It didn't take long for him to realize something was wrong. The temperature in the room began to rise rapidly, and waves of heat filled the air. Sweat dripped from his body only to evaporate the instant it hit the floor. He panicked, knowing he wouldn't survive much longer if it continued. In desperation, he pulled out his handgun and fired wildly, but it was useless. Overwhelmed by the heat, he passed out. When he woke up again, the temperature had dropped. He reached for his water bottle to rehydrate, but before he could take a sip, he suddenly floated into the air. The entire room started spinning. He slammed into the walls as his belongings flew around him. When everything finally settled, he was stunned to see his phone and backpack stuck to the ceiling as if gravity had shifted. Then he noticed something else. The walls were beginning to freeze. He quickly put on more clothes as the room became encased in ice. Curling up in a corner to stay warm, he eventually succumbed to the cold and lost consciousness again. Yet, it seemed like the room didn't intend to kill him. The icy chill quickly dissipated, and he woke up once more. This time, the room started spinning again, but now it felt like he was inside a giant washing machine. Fortunately, he managed to grab his phone. To his surprise, he was able to make a call. On the other end of the line was a woman, who revealed that she was trapped in a similar room. She explained that the gravity in these rooms constantly shifted, sometimes pulling in completely different directions. There was no light source, yet somehow there were visible beams of light. Most terrifying of all, the rooms were slowly shrinking.